Hi there and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Raluca. Today I did this look which I feel like it's perfect for the beginning of fall. I did use a lot of warm tones so that it screams fall. I hope it does. To me it does, so yeah. Anyways, I included the face makeup as well as the eye makeup and lip makeup, everything except my brows of course. So if you want to see how I did that, first subscribe and now let's get started. Wow. Like, this is my first time filming after the 2 weeks break, so I don't know, I'm feeling anxious but excited at the same time. I missed filming, so let's apply some makeup. I think I'm going to start with my eyes today. First I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer on them. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer. I really need to finish this, so I'm going to keep using it. And I'm just going to blend it in. This is a foundation brush. It's from NYX. And to make my eyeshadow a little bit more long-lasting, I'm going to use an eyeshadow primer on top of the concealer. This is my Urban Decay Primer Potion, as usual. And for this, I'm just going to use my finger to blend it. Until I let this dry, I think I'm going to do a little bit of filling in to my brows off camera, because they don't look so good anymore, so... Okay, brows are done. I want today's look to basically scream fall. So I'm going to use some reddish warm browns in combination with some gold. So the first palette that I'm going to use today is the Naked Heat palette by Urban Decay. This has some really nice warm browns here that I can use for today's look. To start it out, I'm going to pick up the shade En Fuego here. This dark warm brown. And I'm going to pick it up on my trusty Morphe M507 brush. And that is gonna go on my outer half of my eye. Kind of placing it in a V shape. And as you can see, I'm using it to lift my outer corner a little bit. And then blending it towards my crease so it looks like a V shape here. And then I'm dusting off the excess from my brush and just blend the edges a little bit. By gently going over the edges, I'm really not applying a lot of pressure on the brush. And extending it into my outer corner as well. With the Morphe M506 brush, I'm going to pick up the shade next to it, which is again a warm brown, but it's a little bit lighter. Dusting off the excess, and I'm placing this above the first shade to really blend everything into my skin. And I'm just doing back and forth motions, kind of wiping the edge, let's say. Picking up a little bit more, and I'm blending it into my crease as well. And I'm kind of imagining how my lower lash line will look, so it needs to be connected to the upper lash line. So here I just blend the shade a little bit downwards, so later it will connect to my lower lash line. I hope I make sense. And again blending towards my temples to extend. And I think I'm going to need a little bit more of this dark brown just here in my outer corner. As you can see, I'm doing most of this process with my eyes open. That is really helpful to make sure that the end look is going to look good when you have your eyes open, especially if you have hooded eyes, but not only. So again, as you can see, I'm trying to lift my outer corner, and I can't really do that when I have my eyes closed because I can't really see how the shape is going to look like. Okay, now for the gold part, I just look crazy right now with this half done makeup, and my hair is kind of messy, I don't know. Anyways, so for the gold part, I'm going to pick up the Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's Place. This is amazing for golds. It has such beautiful shades here. And I think I'm going to go with this one, like a classy gold. Or maybe I'll just use 2 shades. Let me just start and we'll see from there. Okay, so first I'm going to pick this gold shade here. This is a Morphe M124 brush, and that is gonna go in the inner part of my eyelid. Who else is excited for fall? I don't know, for me every season is exciting. Like every season has its beauty. But I feel like I love fall the most. Because I love the weather, I love cinnamon, and I love like just everything cozy. Oh, and the colors. The colors are so pretty in fall. I hope I can get the chance to just go out and like take some pictures in the leaves and stuff like that. I used to love to do that when I was in high school. I wouldn't miss a fall for photo shoots. Okay, now in the center of my eyelid, to make the transition a little bit smoother, I am going to pick up, I think this shade in the corner. I'm just going to use the same brush. Just going to turn it around. So this one. It kind of resembles that warm brown, so I think it's going to fade nicely into the brown. And I'm also fading it into the yellow, into the gold, sorry. It's kind of yellowish, so... And fading it into the matte. But I'm going to pick up the 507 brush without additional product on the brush and just blend everything. I kind of want to intensify the lash line just a little bit more, something like that. I wanted to make sure that it looks good before I show it to you guys, so I did this eye off camera. I used the Sephora Collection 12-hour contour in the shade Tiramisu. This is discontinued. I haven't tried their newer formula yet. They released some waterproof pencils recently. I'm yet to try those, but until then I'm using my old one. So I'm applying it on the outer half of my eye. As you can see, the shape is a little bit thicker on the outer corner and a little bit thinner in the center of my eye. And with my Morphe M149, I'm just going to blend this so it doesn't look this harsh. I just want it to look faded. And I think I need just a tiny bit more here. I'm going to use the same pencil to line underneath my lashes. Okay, for now we're going to leave the eyes like this and move on to the face. I already have moisturizer on, I have my sunscreen, to be more specific. So I'm going to go straight into foundation. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, my body is so much darker than my face. But yeah, my foundation will be a little bit too dark for my face, but it's going to match everything else, so that's the point. I just came back from vacation. I use SPF 50 on my face, but I also applied a little bit of self-tanner last night, so yeah, that's why it's such a big difference. Okay, the hair is out of the picture. Today I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. I have the shade 4 here. I swatched it on my chest and I don't know, it looks fine. Maybe just a teeny tiny bit darker, because this oxidizes like crap. Like, it oxidizes a lot and darkens a lot. So I'm just going to take like 2 pumps of this and maybe just 1 pump of my Stay Naked foundation. I'm using a lot of Urban Decay today, am I? I don't know. Okay, my Stay Naked foundation is absolutely dead. So I'm just going to take it out like this. There's basically no Stay Naked foundation here, but anyways. Just going to spread it evenly on my face. And also bring it down my neck. I used a little bit of self-tanner on my neck as well, but I don't know. It doesn't look as dark as my chest. And I'm taking the same NYX brush. And just blend everything. Taking off my ring. I'm blending this on my ears as well, because it's kind of a big difference. When there's such a big difference of the foundation that you're using and your actual face, you need to make sure that you're blending very well, so your real skin tone won't peek through, let's say. This is so full coverage, it's actually insane. But I like the finish of it. I'm using the Stay Naked Concealer in the shade 40 NN. So obviously I'm concealing my under eyes, but I'm also highlighting the center of my face. This looks so pink compared to the foundation. It is not, it's neutral. I'm using the brush to blend it in. And I have here a damp sponge that I'm going to use to just take away some of this excess and blend everything in. Because I like the finish of a sponge much better than I like the finish of the brush. I just did the first blending, let's say, with the brush and then setting everything with the sponge. This will again take away some of the excess, just leaving a more natural finish. This foundation is so full coverage. Of course, you can tell that you have foundation on your skin, so it's not so natural, is not really the right word here. But it doesn't look cakey either. I really like the finish of this foundation. For my under eyes, I'm going to use a fluffy blending brush to set, and I'm going to use my RCMA No Color powder as usual. I'm really coating my brush into the powder, and I need to blend in the creases first. And then just stamping the powder. I'm squeezing my eyes like this, so I kind of stretch the lines, let's say, and set everything really well. And here I have a bigger brush that I'm going to use to set the rest of my face. Again, I'm really coating the brush into the powder and then dusting up the excess, so it leaves an even coat on the brush. And again, I'm doing stamping motions. I'm not really dragging the brush left and right because you don't want to move the foundation. So stamping motions all over the face. I look like a porcelain doll. I kind of love that. I'm not used to this kind of a coverage. I definitely do not use this kind of a foundation every day. I usually prefer the natural finish, but this looks amazing. For bronzer, I'm going to use my Morphe M405 brush and this Sephora Collection bronzer. This is usually too dark for me, but we're playing today because I haven't had such a dark complexion in ages. Dusting off the excess and just stamping. This is, I can call this a contour powder. I just use the same bronzer because I'm usually using my Dior, which is a bronzer. But this is safe to say that it's a contour powder. So I'm dragging the product from the top of my ear towards the center of my face, using it on my jawline as well. And then what I like to do is connect the eyeshadow to my temple contour. just like that. And then continue with the forehead contour. I'm going to pick up the contour powder on a smaller brush. This is a Juvia's Place 005 small buffer brush. Really dusting off the excess. I'm going to use this to contour my lips. So in the center of my mouth, just in the center. Like that, underneath my bottom lip. And on top of my top lip. Taking a little bit more of that to do a little bit of nose contouring. As much nose contouring as my nose shape allows me to do. The lines that I'm doing aren't really on the side of my nose. They're really close together on my actual nose. Because if you're contouring the sides, like literally the sides of the nose, you're going to make your nose look larger than it is. And bringing the contour up towards my brow. And then I'm doing a line right here to make it look like I have a pointy nose. That's never going to happen, but I'm trying. My blush today is going to be this Makeup Forever Mono that I don't know the number of. And this is a Makeup Forever 156 brush. And I'm just applying the blush just a little bit above the contour. Again, kind of on the sides of my face. And a little bit on the tip of my nose. My highlighter today is going to be this Masterchrome by Maybelline. And I'm going to apply it right here on my cheekbone. Going to highlight the center of my face. And I'm picking a detail brush like this to highlight the tip of my nose. Since I did the contour, you kind of want everything to look tinier, let's say. So I'm just going to do a tiny point here on the tip. And I'm also going to use this brush to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner. Okay, now I can start doing my lower lash line, and I'm going to start with the pencil. I'm going to apply that on my waterline. And maybe just a tiny bit underneath my waterline. Like in between my lashes, let's say. And with my pencil brush, my Morphe M149, I'm going to blend this. With the same brush, I'm going to pick up the dark warm brown from the Naked Heat palette. And I'm basically going to use that to set the pencil into place. And with my Morphe 506, I'm going to pick up this lighter brown, really dusting off the excess and just blending that underneath the previous shade. And here is where we want to connect it to the upper lid, right here, so it looks like one. And to make sure that the blend is seamless, I'm going to pick up a clean blending brush. This is a Sigma E25, one of my favorite blending brushes. Juvia's Place has something similar. It's their 007 Pro blending brush. The shape of these two brushes are pretty similar, and I think the Juvia's Place is more affordable. You pick. I'm going to use my Sigma one today, just because it's the first one I picked. And I'm just going to go over the edges to really diffuse them. I want something more blinding in my inner corner, so I'm going to pick this shade in the middle of the Warrior palette on a small detail brush, and I'm going to stamp that on my inner corner. time for mascara, and actually no, first I'm going to use a lash curler. Lash curler. Okay. And I saw a video of a girl that she basically was mixing mascaras. She was mixing a lengthening mascara. I'm going to use my Benefit one, and the volume mascara I'm going to use my Size Up one. I used to do this a lot, but I first was using the lengthening mascara and then the volume mascara, but she was basically just going back and forth between the two. Then that's what I'm going to use today, and you're supposed to not let them dry. I'm moving too slow. So that was my Benefit, and this is my Size Up. Going back to my Benefit, and you're most likely going to do a mess while you're doing this, so you're going to need to clean your lids afterwards. I'm trying not to, because yeah, I have a pretty heavy eyeshadow look. And back again with my Size Up mascara, and I think this will be the last coat for me. And I'm also going to use this Size Up mascara on my lower lashes. I'm not going to apply two mascaras on my lower lashes. Why bother? And yeah, this is the difference between the two eyes. For my lips, I'm going to use the Boysenberry's Butter Nude pencil. Again, it's a warm nude brown. I feel like it matches the whole vibe. And to complete the lip look as well, I'm going to apply the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade 55 Driver. This is a warm nude shade. It looks something like this. I'm going to abuse this shade for fall because I love nude shades, but this has kind of a fall twist. I don't know how much I'm going to use the dark colors because I know people love dark colors for fall. I'm just feeling more myself when I'm wearing nudes. Oh my god, I really love this lip color. I didn't wear this lipstick in quite a while. Damn, I'm going to start wearing it. I forgot setting spray. Just going to spray a little bit of that. Okay, now I'm done. So yeah, that is everything for today's video. My first fall look of the year. I really hope you enjoyed the finished look. I definitely like it, so I hope you like it too. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. I'm going to head to work. This is my first day of work in 2 weeks, so I hope I can just stay focused. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Oh, was that the end of a sentence? Anyways, bye!